Coming up next on The Jeff Crilley Show, you'll meet a woman who has overcome tremendous adversity, and she's using her story to inspire others to step into their greatness. Her incredible journey just ahead.
Many are predicting that the worst is yet to come, which is unfortunate, said one person here. Until now, they've enjoyed the reputation of being the nation's icebox.
Watched a burglar in his home this morning by webcam.
As a journalist of over 25 years, stories are what make my world turn.
Reporting live from the Dallas newsroom tonight, Jeff Crilley, Fox 4 News.
But in 2008, I took the jump from my familiar life and started a PR firm from my home.
We're talking about anyone with a camcorder like the one I'm using becomes a television network.
We started slowly growing the company, and we now have over 100 clients, and we've branched into the world of live digital broadcasting. I now own 8 different TV studios and have a huge team, and the stories that I now get to share are sometimes the most important of my life. Life has a funny way of coming around full circle. This is The Jeff Crilley Show.
Well, all of us have little things that bother us. You know, they messed up my order at Starbucks, and we spend so much brain power working on things that really don't matter, especially when you meet a guest like my next guest, Dr. Angelica Benavides. Thanks for coming on the show.
Thank you for inviting me, Jeff. It's a pleasure being here.
Well, so you were telling me right before the show that you got hit by several life events all at the same time. So cancer, divorce, bankruptcy, foreclosure.
Everything.
And I have to believe that. I mean, that tests anyone's faith.
It does. And even at the time when they told me I had cancer, I had 2 types of cancer, and one of them is considered HER2 positive. They said that with that type of cancer and how aggressive it was, that I probably had 5 years. So it was like, okay, you know, let's just live every moment and make every moment count. And that was all I had that I had left, and I was like, I'm just going to live life as if it were my last day.
Wow. Okay, give us a kind of a health update. Everything okay?
Everything's okay. I mean, I feel fabulous, great, and then tapping into really loving who I am, because my self-esteem, my losing your hair, losing parts of me was tragic. It was, you know, your self-worth really comes down.
I get it, but you're not only a fighter, but you're helping other people tell their stories. You're an international author, publisher, speaker, educator. Since we're talking about cancer, let's talk about this book right here.
Yes.
So tell us more about it.
Well, I'm also known as Dr. B, the Ultimate Legacy Builder. So what I do is I connect with authors or entrepreneurs, small business owners around the world, and I connected with some that are entrepreneurs, and because they had cancer, they were inspired to tap into their greatness, and not only their greatness, but really daring to be them. In this case, me daring to be me, and it's called Dare to Be Me Through Cancer, getting crystal clear on how to fly. And we did have some of our loved ones that passed away. Wow. So we're honoring them in the book.
What were some of the big takeaways in working with other authors to tell their story that you learned?
Well, some of the takeaways that I've learned is living unapologetically, like just living and not asking for forgiveness because we show up, because we make a mistake, because I tell people, and many of the authors believed it too, it's like failure is only feedback. And if you see failure as feedback, then you're going to take the risk of doing something and not being afraid to fail.
Yes. Okay, grab the other book. Let's talk about that one.
Well, this one is basically a woman with a vision making dreams happen. And there's nothing inside. It's just a journal. It's like you write your story, and if you have to rewrite it, then do it here. And then get in touch with me and we can publish their books.
Let's talk about the power of journaling. Well, I mean, it is therapeutic if you're going through something, and to be able to write it down in real time, because your emotions and reflections change, and if you can capture it when you're there, right?
Absolutely. Writing is not only writing to tell stories, but it also helps people to heal through the process. Because as you're writing and telling about the problems and the struggles that you went through, it's important to reflect, what did I learn through the process? You know, what were those golden nuggets that I captured, because I don't even think that I would go back in time and erase anything that happened in my life, because it's made who I am today. It shaped me for who I am. And the authors in this book and many of the books that we publish that are collaborative books tell and talk about their struggles and how they overcame them, because the goal is to inspire, motivate, and give people confidence to keep going no matter how dark your moment might be.
Oh, if you notice that Dr. B is very polished, it's because she's done a lot of television in her career. We've got a clip. We're going to put this on the screen. But you've been doing television for a long time, haven't you?
Yes, I have. Look at my dark hair.
You have not changed, girl. You look good. So it must be nice to educate people through the media.
Yes, it's important to educate people and tell stories, because when they hear your story, they become inspired. And then at the same time, you're educating them and giving them steps,
Yes.
how-tos, because everybody in this time now, they're looking on how do I do something. And I think in the books and in my radio show as well, we tell people, okay, go do this, take this step.
Yes. Okay, let's talk about another book, and we're going to put it up on the screen so people can see it. It's called Visionary Women Leaders, Discovering the Greatness Within You. Tell us about that book.
Oh my goodness. This was like, I think the second book that we wrote there's many women around the world that are in this book. And basically it's being able to discover that greatness within and stepping into the leader that we are, so that we can lead other women, other entrepreneurs to, again, step into your greatness, tell people their stories, and tell them on how to achieve leadership positions in life. And
let's talk about the importance of the narrative you're telling yourself, because we all can get into kind of a downward spiral if we keep repeating the same story. If you find yourself saying, I'm not worthy, I'm not good enough, I won't make it, it becomes true, doesn't it?
It does. It becomes true. One of the other things that I'm certified in is trainer of trainers in neuro-linguistic programming and hypnosis. And one of the things that we found through the study, because it is a study of excellence, is that people have beliefs, emotions that do not support their new goals, and then therefore they cannot achieve it. So if they keep repeating the same story over and over, I'm not good enough, I'm not worthy, I don't know how, I can't do this, then that's exactly what's going to happen.
Sure. I want to talk more about book publishing. There's an old saying, the one-day novel, which is, I'm going to write a novel one day, and then one day never happens.
Never happens.
So if there's somebody watching this right now who says, man, I think I may have a book in me, what is the process? They reach out to you?
Yes, I recommend that you reach out to me. I am Dr. Angelica Benavides, or Dr. B. That's how you can find me. And basically I have a format of questions that I give people so that I get the book out of them. So instead of me being your ghostwriter, I assist you through questions.
Outstanding. Well, that's a good way to leave this segment. And we're also going to put up her LinkedIn page so you can get a hold of her there. And I just thank you for coming on my show and blessing us with your wisdom.
Well, thank you for inviting me here.
You bet. That's it for now. We'll see you next time.